The latest news keeps getting better and better, and with each passing day, I'm becoming more and more convinced that episode 7 will really drop in October. Recently, more and more Digital Circus fans have started noticing that ads for the show have appeared on YouTube, and even though they mainly focus on merch, it's still the first clear sign that Glitch is preparing something huge for us. We're not going to talk about that funny image from Gooseworx, but it's worth noting that there have finally been some new mentions of the Digital Circus on her X account. Most of you probably know that LA Comic-Con has already happened, and even though almost every fan was sure we'd get another sneak peek during the event, Glitch decided not to reveal their cards too early. I'm almost 100% sure they've got something big planned for New York Comic-Con. My confidence in this is backed up by this piece of news, so it's very likely that the new episode will really drop in October, and if everything goes the way it should, October 17th or 24th seem like the most realistic release dates for episode 7. I'd like to ask you to check out the Posts tab after watching this video, because I want to clear up a little misunderstanding I had with some TADC content creators on X. Everyone already understands that Jax is going to be the main character of the new episode, and the official leaks only confirm it. But to really understand what's going to happen to him, we first need to figure out what actually happened to him in episode 6. In the previous episode, it might have seemed like this rabbit was actually starting to chill out and be more genuine. I was sure that after losing his best friend Jax was just looking for comfort in all his teasing and jokes, and meeting Pomni could have been his lifeline. But episode 6 showed us why those theories were doomed from the start, and I'm definitely going to tell you what it all really means. But before that, we gotta prep a bit because it's way more complicated than it looks. Literally just a couple minutes after that scene, we got another classic Zooble and Jax convo.
I want the ability to have sex.
No way! Are we finally having this conversation?
A couple seconds later, Jax straight up shot Regatha without a hint of doubt. Y'all remember Jax's so-called special attitude toward Gangle. Nothing changed in the new episode, and in episode 6, Jax once again tried to get close to her for one obvious reason everyone could see. Good thing Zooble stepped in just in time and pretty much saved Gangle. Honestly, there's been this pattern for a while now that's slowly leading us toward a Jax versus Zooble showdown, and I'm sure that's going to play a big role later. But today we're talking about something completely different. And now we've finally gotten to one of the most important scenes of episode 6.
You know none of this is real, right?
What do you mean? Like the circus?
The game today is literally to shoot each other, so what's the point in taking this moral high ground?
At that point, it could still seem like everything between Jax and Pomni was totally fine, and the more experienced Digital Circus resident was just giving her some tips on how to handle herself in this so-called trap. On top of that, we get that Jax is actually fully aware of everything going on around him, and, by his own words, that's exactly why he acts the way we've seen through all the episodes. But it's way more complicated than that. His behavior ain't just because he understands reality. It's also driven by this creepy fear of what's most likely going to happen to him, and episode 6 shows that better than anything else. But let's break it all down, step by step. Everything's going pretty normal up until that quick little convo between Jax and Regatha.
Howdy, howdy.
I know exactly what you're doing with Pomni, and it'll never work.
Huh?
You know, getting close with Pomni. To corrupt her. Wait, no, wait! Oh, wow, I didn't actually think that'd work.
Regatha's words and that weird, almost animalistic anger really make you question how truthful they are and what they actually mean for Jax. At first, it seemed super strange that instead of Jax's usual jokes, he literally lost control. Given what we're about to see next, I'm pretty sure that line isn't even about our jester, but about Jax's so-called best friend, who's becoming more and more important with each episode for the story that's still unfolding. Honestly, I'm kinda bummed that episode 6 still didn't dive deeper into this, but that dialogue and the reference give us a better understanding of Jax's personality, which will be revealed a bit later. But the question is, how sincere are his words really? After this scene, I started paying way closer attention to the relationships in this team, and if you think about it, things were relatively chill, and Jax really was like a genuine buddy sharing stuff about himself with Pomni. And that scene by Zooble's door? Straight up a masterpiece, gotta be counted among the legendary 3D animation scenes of all time. By the way, how do y'all feel about this look for Zooble? And right after that, they kinda dive a bit deeper into the real reason behind Jax's behavior.
Ow.
I can get him.
Wait!
Trust me, partner, I got this.
We can clearly see that the moment Jax looks at anyone who's already turned into an abstracted monster, his state instantly gets way worse. And before we circle back to that, we gotta remember the most dramatic scene not just in episode 6, but in the whole digital circus.
Oh, we make such a good team.
Well, to be fair, our competition wasn't anything crazy.
What do you mean? Yes, we are.
Delusional.
Weren't we kind of bonding over being chaotic evil together?
I was merely entertaining you because I thought it was funny. Now are you gonna shoot me or what?
Did I do something wrong?
Ugh, you sound like Ragatha right now. No wonder we're not a team.
No, I mean, we were doing fine, having fun, talking. But you suddenly
You're not committing. Do it.
If I shoot you right now, are we still gonna be friends afterwards?
We were never friends.
What about all that stuff you told me?
Yeah, I did tell you a lot, didn't I?
What would you do if I abstracted tomorrow?
I'd move on. And probably forget about you.
Despite all his aggression, all those words aimed at Pomni, Jax ended up trying to justify with a joke the moment he saw Pomni was actually hurt. Honestly, as much as we don't want to admit it, it's the truth. And we got totally convinced after their fight and what Jax said to Pomni at the end. That was the first time we saw Jax so furious and nasty that you just want to smack him right through the screen. But to really wrap up what's actually going on with Jax, we still got to go back to that scene with the favorite character awards.
Without honorable mentions and subcategories. That's right, it's bad. Unlike my show, which is good.
God, you look stupid.
And now we finally get that Jax is straight up scared. That whole reaction to the rooms of those already gone from the digital circus comes from pure fear for his own life. All that aggression, all that refusal to accept any friendship, it's 'cause behind the mask of the cool fun guy is a terrified kid. Honestly, Ribbit's abstracting had a massive impact on Jax's behavior. I'm not going to say why it happened or if it's Jax's fault, but the fact that he's already gone through losing so many close peeps freaks him out big time. The final scene proves that everything we saw before was only partly the truth. He really doesn't want to get close to anyone and he's doing everything to push everyone away, but not because he's some kind of bad guy or anything. It's because he's scared of history repeating itself. If that pain hits him again, chances are Jax won't handle it and will just end up like those others. This episode seriously changes a lot and makes us think about the bigger stuff going down in the digital circus. As usual, drop your thoughts on Jax in the comments and see you soon.